good morning, and good morning. How is everything going? How are you? Sorry, I'm a bit late, a few minutes late. Sorry about that. It has been a mad morning already. It's been an absolutely mad morning already. I have just late last night came back from Margate. I was at a photo shoot there. It was a lot of fun. Normally I don't like photos being taken, but I had a wonderful team. They're absolutely amazing. And last night was full on talking to different groups in the tribe and in wealth building with Judy V, and it was just madness. Anyway, and this morning has been mad as well. Right, okay, so what I want to talk about today, but first let me introduce myself. My name's Judy V, and I work with entrepreneurially minded people to become financially empowered so that they can have the freedom that wealth brings. And I'm deeply, deeply passionate about people being financially empowered and having the wealth that they deserve. Deeply passionate about that. And right now, today, on Build Wealth Wednesday, I was going to speak about what the plan was to speak about where do you spend your time. But given what's going on right now, I decided to do something different. I'm going to do something completely different. I'm going to speak about now's the time to be the leader. Now's the time to step up and be the leader. Be the change that you would love to see in the world, okay? Now's not the time to accept the norm of the drama that's going on right now. Okay, now's the time to push reset on our life, because what I don't want you to do is I don't want you to look to move into these next few weeks and next few months in a way that is that becomes normalized for you, because very quickly what will happen is this drama, this fear, this panic that we're in right now, it will become the norm for you. It'll almost like, this is the way life is, this is the way it's always been, this is always the way it's going to be. That's how it will happen very quickly. We become desensitized to drama and we get sucked into it. And that's how we live our life. Now's not the time to do that. Now's not the time to do it. Now's the time to remain out of the drama, out of the noise, right? And observe it by all means. But don't get sucked into it. Observe it from a distance, okay? Remain focused on what life really is about. This will pass. This will pass. And like anything in life where you have chaos and where you have drama, where you have massive upheaval, it will pass. And at the end of it, there will be winners and there will be losers. What are you going to be? Remember, you're the cause of your effect. Okay, so you get to choose. Are you going to be a winner or are you going to be a loser? I am doing everything I can to work with as many people as I can in order that they stay out of the drama and they come through this as a winner. Okay, and I want you to choose to do the same thing. In the way in which you're going to do that is by being the leader, by remaining focused on what your agenda is in life, what your vision is for life, the life that you would love to create, and the life that you want to have for your family and your community as well. It's that I cannot tell you how quickly that you could become so desensitized to the point where you feel it becomes your norm. And when you do that, you lose. Okay, you do that, you lose. You become a victim, and you become subjugated to the agenda of the virus, of the government, of society, right? That is not the way to be a leader, and that is not the way to build wealth. That is not the way to live an empowered life, and not a way to be financially empowered. Right, in this time of turmoil, there are winners and there are losers. And the most powerful step that you can take right now is to decide to be the winner, to be a winner, and to step out of that drama, understanding that this too will pass, and use the situation we have right now to your best advantage. Be the hero. Take the hero's journey. Let's have a look at it. Look at Joseph Campbell, for example. If you know Joseph Campbell, like he was the absolute wizard and genius when it comes to metaphors, okay, analogies and metaphors and things like that. I mean, and he has this concept of the hero's journey. And I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to actually do a separate live just on that. Now's the time to be the hero on that hero's journey. Because in Joseph Campbell's context, the hero, has to go through so many challenges and obstacles and face so many demons, and how that hero navigates their way through that. And now's the time to be that hero. And how you will do that most powerfully is staying out of the drama. All right, don't get sucked into it. Observe it, but stay out of it. What you would be wise to do is to be extremely clear on what it is that your agenda is in life. What is it that what do you stand for? What are your goals? What is your vision? Do not put life on hold right now. This is not the time to put life on hold. Now's the time to lay the foundations for a trajectory, one time, big time, to where you would love to go to. Okay, now's the time to is what I call mind the challenges. I always say I've got a mission in life is that I want to show people and empower people to run towards their challenges and away from, rather than away from challenges. So by all means have appreciation and gratitude for the support you've got, but run towards your challenges. And we're certainly in one massive challenge right now. How does it serve? How can we mine it? How can we use it powerfully to position ourselves as leaders? How can we position ourselves as not just as leaders, but how can we powerfully use it as a time to lay incredible foundations to become or to grow in our financial empowerment. Okay, and then in doing so, how we can actually give back. I honestly believe what we're going to witness through this process is, we're going to have a time of panic. We're going to have a time of fear. We're going to have a time of scarcity and lack. But we're going to also witness something incredible. I do believe we're going to witness the extent of love and compassion that we have as humanity, as more and more and more of us stand up to be the leader and not get sucked into the drama. So there's a couple of things. I was talking to a few groups of clients this morning, but one of the things that I did suggest, and I really would love to suggest it to you here now, and that is stay away from the TV news, okay? Stay away from that. Now, the reason why I'm not saying stay ignorant or stay blind to what's going on, but the problem with having TV news in your home, okay, is they're forcing their agenda into your life. They're forcing what their messages into your life, both visually and auditorily. Okay, so it becomes quite pervasive. Do not allow that to happen. If you want to stay on top of what's going on, pick a reliable source for this information and look at it online. Read it. Do it when it suits you, at a time when you can deal with it. But don't just blindly have the TV on just with this drama news coming into your home, because you will get sucked into it and you will become part of that, of the a large part of the population that become subjugated to the agenda that this drama is. Okay, remain separate to that drama, focused on what it is that you would love. Now's the time to be the leader. Now's the time to bed down and put the foundations in place for your growth, because the greatest growth happens on the border of order and chaos, and we have that right now. Right now, you can select and choose whether you want to be a leader, or you want to be a winner, or you want to be a loser. Okay, and if you want to be a winner, the way in which you're going to do that is going to keep yourself separate from the drama, separate from the fear, remain in an inspired state. And the way you're going to remain in an inspired state is be very clear, very focused on what your purpose is, what your values are, what your agenda is, and what it is that you would love to be doing, have in your life, and start putting it into place now. If you're one of those people, I've seen it, I've seen comments about it, I've seen people talk about it, where people are just putting life on hold. This is not the time to put life on hold. Let me repeat that. This is not the time to put life on hold. This is the time for you to lay foundations that are going to set you up for life. Do you think Warren Buffett is sitting there putting his life on hold right now? Hell no, he's not. He is investing. He is looking for opportunities. He is being the leader. He is being part of the solution. You can too. You absolutely can too. It does not matter where you are. It does not matter what situation you're in. It does not matter how old you are. It does not matter where you are in terms of financial security, financial independence, financial freedom. It does not matter, because what we are experiencing right now is a global shift. When we come through this, life will not be the same again. The world will look different. The world will be different. The world will most definitely be a different place when we get through this. It won't be better and it won't be worse. It will be different. But here's the thing. How is it going to look for you? What's the world going to look like for you? Because now's the time for you to put into the foundations in place that when we come through this, life is going to just be going one way for you. As we come through this, so much is going to change. For example, one of the significant changes that's going to happen, in my opinion, is that this old paradigm of a 9-to-5 job is going to be history. Thanks to heavens. I mean, really, that whole paradigm is going to stop. It's going to change. More and more people are going to have freedom. They're going to be working to their own to their own style, to their own agenda. There are incredible opportunities that we can capitalize on in this time. Listen, I am not for 1 second undermining or making little of the impact that the real impact the virus will have on people who get sick from it. I appreciate it's going to be really, really shitty. It's going to be yucky. It's going to be it's going to be absolutely devastating. That also lose family and friends through it as well. But we can't all, as a humanity, get sucked into the drama of that. All we can do is make ourselves aware of and be intelligently informed of how best we can protect ourselves and our family. And there's no more powerful way to protect yourself and your family than also to be financially empowered. And the more you put your life on hold, the less financially empowered you will be. Okay, now's the time to grow. Now's the time to grow. So one of the things I want you to do is get extreme. Right now, you are being called to get clear about what it is you would love in life, okay? As I said, you've got two choices right now. You could be you can be a winner or you can be a loser. You can be part of the problem or you can be a leader, all right? When you decide to be a part of the leader, that the effect that you will get from the cause of you being the leader will result in incredible empowerment and will set you up for incredible growth trajectory as we come out of this. Two things I want you to do. I want you to be mindful of the drama and the fear, and I want you to be consciously competent enough to remain separate from it. All right? When I say consciously competent, be self-aware enough to remain separate to it, to consciously observe it. Don't get sucked into it, because if you get sucked into it, it becomes normalized for you, and when it comes normalized to you, you become emotional and reactionary in that process. You become your body. You will have cortisol and adrenaline coursing through your body, which will be determining your response to absolutely everything and anything, and you will become a victim and subjugated to the agenda of the virus, of society, of government, okay? And that will become completely normalized to a point where it will be actually begin to feel, and this happens very, 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 very quickly, it will to a point where you will feel that this is where life has always been like, that life has always been fear-based, it's always been drama. It will become part of your norm, okay? It happens so quickly, all right? Because I'll never forget, many, many years ago in Dublin, we had a situation where there was one winter where there was severe smog. It was horrendous. I mean, you couldn't see your front door. It was so pervasive. It was thick. It was choking. It was dreadful. There were hundreds of people dying through this as well, because, as you can imagine, respiratory problems, breathing problems, lung problems, older people. It was really, really awful. And then one day, this lifted, and you could see the blue sky, and you could feel the sun, the heat of the sun on your skin, just like that, just as quick. It just dissipated. And I cannot tell you how that when you're in it, it feels like it's going on and on and on and on, and this because this is the norm, and the sun and the blue sky is something from the past, never to be experienced again. That's how pervasive it starts to feel. That this is your new reality. That this is it sets in so fast. And then when you see the blue sky and you feel the heat of the sun on your skin and all the smog all lifts, you think, it feels like that pervasive smog was there for a lifetime. In actual fact, it was only there for a few days, just a few days. But we've become so normalized to it that it feels that normality is in a distant past, that is never to be experienced again. And right now we're in that place again with this drama right now. Right now, it's so easy for us to get sucked into this drama, to feel that and very quickly it becomes normalized. And that this is the way life is, and this is the way life always has been and always will be. And in that space, you are not the leader, and you're certainly not the winner. You're subjugated, and you're oppressed, and you're not empowered, okay? Because that is not true. That is not true. What is going to happen is this will pass, and the world will be a different place when we get through it. And you have a choice. Are you going to be a winner, or are you going to be a loser? By being a winner, you're going to be a leader. And you're going to look at how you can use this time to powerfully take you closer to your vision, to your goals, to your living in a life of purpose, to having what you were born to be, do, and have. This is the time. And I'm not talking about, don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about on the blood, sweat, and tears of others you're going to take what you want type of thing. Don't mistake that, because now's the time for heart-centered love, compassion, and gratitude. Now's the time to powerfully express the humanity that we are. And in that process, by doing what it is we were born to do, we will give back powerfully to society. We will be of massive service to society. We will be massive service to our family, to our community, and society as a whole. We are living in uncharted territory, and in that uncharted territory, there are phenomenal opportunities. Now's the time to capitalize on those opportunities. You are being called to stand out as a leader, and there is no greater opportunity right now than to build your wealth and to build your financial empowerment. Okay, so I really want you to decide, what is it you're going to be? You're going to be the winner, or you're going to be the loser? And are you going to remain above and separate from the drama? And that is something that you're going to have to be very self-aware about. You're going to have to be conscious. You have to consciously make that decision, because that the fear can be very pervasive. And one of the ways in which you're going to actually be able to keep that at bay is by not having the TV on all the time, not listening to the drama all the time, and letting it infiltrate every living moment of your life. Okay, what you can do is keep yourself informed online with a reliable resource, and just keep yourself informed, keep yourself safe, keep yourself protected, and your family and your community, whilst at the same time you do not put your life on hold. Right now is not the time to put your life on hold. Now's the time to grow. Now's the time to capitalize. Now's the time to actually lay the foundations and start to grow. And then I promise you, as we come through this, as we navigate our way through this, life on the other side is going to look very, very different. And you will be able to truly and incredibly capitalize on the foundations that you lay here at this time. Okay, the more of a leader that you are, the more that you can help, the more that you can empower others, the more that you can demonstrate to others that there's no need to be in fear, there's no need to be in panic. Okay, the more in which we come into this time and deal with this time from a heart-centered place, from a place of love, from a place of abundance, from a place of gratitude, compassion, and empathy, the more opportunities we will see, the more enrichment we will have, the more riches we will have in all areas of life. It is the only way to be. It's the only way to be. Just do not get into the drama. Do not get sucked into the fear. Do not let every conversation you have, every waking minute of your life, do not let it be about the lack, the fear, the drama. Okay, let it be about, what can I do? How can that serve me? How can I grow from this? What can I create? Remain steadfastly focused on your vision, on your goal, on what it is that you would love to create in your life, because now's the time to create it. Never been a more powerful time than now. Okay. All right, guys. Chat to you soon. Take care.